God is disgusted. He's disgusted. In Isaiah 1:13, he's disgusted with the fact that we're offering up our time and all these sacrifices, going to church every Sunday, putting money in the basket, singing in the choir, being the usher, being the deacon, doing pastor's anniversary, doing friends and family, doing pew rallies, doing all of this stuff. It don't mean nothing to him. It don't mean nothing to him. In Isaiah 1:13, it say he's disgusted with all of that. Because we doing all of this stuff and we're not even obeying his word. We're not even being obedient. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience is better than you going to church every single Sunday. Obedience is better than you singing in the choir. Obedience is better than you cleaning the church. It's better than you putting a program together. Obedience is better than all that, and God is disgusted with it. It means nothing to him. It means nothing to him if we're not obedient. I spent my whole entire life going to church, not being obedient. There was some points I was trying to be. I was really trying hard, but it didn't work out because I was trying to do it in my own power. And I was like, ooh, I can't do this. I keep going back to certain things. I couldn't let go of certain things because I was trying to do it in my power. But I didn't understand that I needed God's spirit to quicken my body so I can, you know what I'm saying, do what I needed to do to be obedient towards him. But like I was saying, he's disgusted. And one of the reasons why he's disgusted is because there are people that are watching and they can become discouraged, or it can cause them to stumble and not want to come into the church or not want to have a relationship with God. But that's two wrongs and not making it right. Okay? Because God, when you meet God face to face, Jesus face to face, he's not going to ask you, okay, why didn't you build a relationship with me? Why weren't you giving me your time? Why weren't you going to church? Because he said, forsake not to assemble. Why weren't you going to church? Why weren't you, you're not going to be able to say, well, because they was doing this, because they was doing that. He not going to ask you about them, they, he, she, her. He not going to ask you about them. He going to ask you about you and what you did in this body. So, it's kind of, it's a touchy situation. You know what I'm saying? But everybody got to get to know God for themselves, but you also have to hear the word. Faith comes by hearing the word. You have to hear it from someone else that knows the word. You know what I'm saying? But you just have to, it goes back to having a relationship with God. And when you have a relationship with God, he'll be able to tell you, look, that ain't right there. You don't need to go to that church. You need to, he ain't right. He doing this, he doing that. He ain't right. And some people, you just know off the bat, they're not hiding it. They're not hiding it, and they're causing people to stumble, and they're going to have to answer to God. Those people's blood is required on their hands. So I urge anybody that's, feel discouraged about going to church, or people that you see going to church and they're hypocrites or whatever, don't, just pray for them. Don't worry about them people. Get a relationship with God for yourself. A real, vulnerable, be open with him, be intimate with him, relationship, because it's very vital. It's very important. It's in being obedient. He wants you to obey him. So, my bad. I'm sorry. Stuff be slipping my mind. But holy nation, you are a holy nation. He said it in his word. You're a holy nation, and he wants you to chase his kingdom. So chase the kingdom. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing. Worry about your soul's salvation, and ask God to give you compassion for others, so you can help, so you can be a vessel that he can use, and he can speak through you to save other people's soul. We need to stop being so judgmental, and just pray for people. Just pray for them. I love y'all. Have a good night. Pray before you lay.